The money in your bank account isn't really there. That's not a theory, it's not a secret, it's the truth hiding in plain sight. Join me on this ride to uncover the hidden secrets of money and how our system is unfair, rigged pyramid scheme. If everyone walked into their bank tomorrow and tried to withdraw their money, the entire financial system would fall apart before sunset because the money doesn't exist. Not physically, not even digitally in full. It's a promise, a carefully constructed illusion that we've mistaken for reality. This is how the global banking system was built, not by accident, by design. It began centuries ago, long before the first dollar or euro ever existed, back when money was metal, gold and silver, and wealth meant the weight of coins in your hand. But gold was heavy, risky to carry, so people started leaving it with goldsmiths who had vaults strong enough to guard it. In return, the goldsmith gave them a note, a receipt that said you can come back and claim your gold anytime. Soon those receipts began to circulate as money. People traded them instead of the actual metal. It was convenient, safer, and it worked. Until the goldsmiths noticed something. Almost nobody came to collect their gold at the same time. Most of it just sat there. That's when temptation turned into innovation. They began writing more receipts than the gold they had. If they held 1,000 coins, they might issue 2,000 notes. They'd lend those notes and earn interest, profit on gold that didn't exist. And as long as no one asked too many questions, the game continued. That was the birth of modern banking. Money created not by saving, but by lending. Governments saw the potential. In 1694, the British Crown was drowning in debt. So the Bank of England was created to lend it money, not from treasure, but from promises. In return, the government gave the bank the power to issue currency backed by that same debt. The more the government borrowed, the more money could exist. The same formula spread worldwide. Banks created money, governments borrowed it, and citizens paid for it. Through taxes, through inflation, through faith in a system that only works as long as everyone believes. Fast forward to today. You open an app, see your balance, and think your money's sitting safely in the bank. It's not. The bank keeps only a tiny fraction, sometimes none at all. The rest has been lent out, multiplied, and re-lent countless times. Your $100 deposit becomes the seed of nearly $1,000 in circulating money. But only a sliver of that is real cash. The rest is debt. A web of promises layered on top of promises. Every dollar in existence was born as someone's obligation to repay it, with interest, which means there's always more debt than money to repay it. Someone always has to borrow more, refinance, or default. That's the treadmill we call the economy. And when the machine starts to shake, when borrowers can't pay or lenders lose faith, the illusion cracks. It happened in 1929. It happened in 2008. Each time the response was the same. Print more money, patch the system, keep the illusion alive. Because if people ever stopped believing, the entire structure would collapse overnight. This system guarantees 3 outcomes. First, inflation, because the more money that's created, the less it's worth. Second, endless debt, because money itself is debt. And third, concentration of power, because those who control credit control everything built on it. That's why no matter how hard you work, the value of your savings always seems to slip away. And that's why those who own assets, land, companies, commodities, keep getting richer as prices rise. The trick hasn't changed since the goldsmith's time, only the scale has. Today, it's not a handful of coins in a vault. It's trillions in invisible digits governed by central banks and private institutions that decide how much money the world can believe in. But here's the secret they don't say out loud. If everyone paid off their debts tomorrow, there would be no money left. The system needs debt to exist. You're both the participant and the collateral. So what can you do? Understand the game. Money is not wealth. Wealth is what remains when the illusion fades, the land you stand on, the skills you have, the things that hold real value when paper promises crumble. History has been warning us for centuries. Every crash, every bubble, every bailout is another verse in the same old story. A world built on belief, spinning faster to keep the illusion from breaking. And one day, when belief runs out, we'll all remember the truth. The money was never real, only the trust was.